What's up guys, hope you guys all have been doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, you can find Rolexes on Wish. This was news to me not too long ago, but I had to take a look. You can find Rolex Daytonas, you can find Rolex Submariners, you can find Sea Dwellers, you can find Tudor Black Bays, you can find literally anything you want. So I have today a golden Submariner with the blue dial. Haters will say it's fake, but believe me, this is real. This is real. This is real. So anyway, so we'll move over to the desk and we'll take a look. Okay, so I just typed in Rolex on Wish and we're gonna take a look at what we got here just on my phone. We got some Tudor Black Bays, $121. This is some kind of citizen watch for $2. Tudor Pelagos, $22. Rolex Sea Dweller, $250. Rolex Daytona, $230. There's a two-tone Homage, I guess, for $47. Another Daytona for $217. Yada, 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 yada. So, oh, there's actually a Seiko. I love how the Seikos are $1.32 and then you're selling like the Rolex at $220. It's just funny because they're still obeying kind of the hierarchy of watch pricing, even on like even on a page like this where they're selling clearly knockoffs. But anyways, that's what you can find on Wish. Obviously this is all crap, but what I decided to do is I decided to buy one. And I'm going to show you guys what I got. Okay, so this is a fake Rolex in supposedly gold, but obviously it's gold plated. Yeah, so this is a Submariner. And first impressions, you can definitely tell it's a fake sub. I mean, just by the polishing itself, it's really off. Yeah, it doesn't feel very good. I don't know if you can hear that, but it doesn't sound very good. Like, it sounds very rattly, almost like an SKX bracelet. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the bracelet just got was stuck in this position. So the links don't even move that freely. You can kind of feel a little bit of resistance as I move it around, but okay, I guess we'll treat this as a real review. And we'll start off by taking some measurements. So I'm going to pull out my calipers, and this time they are calibrated. On the last video, I forgot to zero it out, and I believe it was set completely wrong. So for this time, I'm going to do it right. Try not to embarrass myself. So thickness, we are looking at 13.4 millimeters. Lug to lug, we are looking at 45 millimeters. The lug width, we are looking at 20 millimeters. And yeah, I believe that is it. So we'll just take a look at the watch. Okay, I'll just get it close up here so you guys can kind of take a look at the shine of the watch. It is a sunburst blue, which is okay, I guess. It doesn't have much detail when you look at it really close up. Like, you don't see any kind of grainy pattern or anything like that. Typically these sunburst dials, if you do look at them under a macro lens, you see this very beautiful texture, but there's not really much to look at when you have this watch up close. The Cyclops, you can see the date, it's off center. Like, it's literally off center. It's not in the middle. I hope you guys can see that. I'm hoping that my lens isn't giving some kind of parallax onto the Cyclops, but it's definitely not in the middle. I can kind of just about see the 7 popping out. I'm not sure if that's the movement, maybe just about to swap the date, but either way, the numbers are not really centered. Let's just unwind it real quick. Oof, that didn't feel good. Yeah, that crown jumped out very aggressively. It doesn't wind very smoothly. There's some resistance to it, and it just doesn't sound very good. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys can pick up on that. I'm gonna get it close to the microphone. Yeah, not the best sounding watch in the world, or the movement in the world. I'm gonna try to pull the crown out and see what happens. Ugh, that was very hard to do. I guess we do have hacking. The second hand just stopped. If you guys can see that right there. And we're gonna try and just screw it back in, which it doesn't really want to do. There we go. Yeah, not the smoothest feeling movement. See if we can listen to it. Oh man, the movement sounds terrible. I hope you guys can hear this on the microphone. Yeah, I'm really hoping that that sound came out, because this movement does not sound like it's beating very happily at all. It's very, very cheap, kind of tinny sounding movement. Yeah, I tried to boost the audio on that movement sound, so I'm hoping you guys can hear it. Didn't sound good whatsoever. The bezel has a lot of play. Like, I'll click it once and then I'll pull it back so you guys can see how much distance it goes back. So there's one click and then it actually does go back a little bit. Let's see if it lines up with the 12 o'clock position. I messed that one up. Yeah, I guess so. Not too bad. Okay, so the bracelet, you've got polished center links and it's brushed on the edges here. I am pretty sure that it is also what the real fully gold Submariner does. I'm pretty sure. It's either that or they're all polished. I'm not 100% sure. Surprisingly, we have screw links, if you guys can see there, which is, yeah, to me it's surprising, because that's more of like that's a quality watch sign. I would expect like a cheap Rolex to be done, or a cheap fake Rolex to be done with pins. I don't know why they'd bother using screws, but I guess you got to hand it to the guys who make these fake watches, man. They really do put in the effort to replicate these watches as much as possible. And, you know, a lot of times they do a good job, because, you know, people do pick up these watches. People do get scammed with this kind of crap. Let's see. Yeah, you got the flip lock clasp. Oh, that's hard to remove. Oh, that was really hard to remove. Rolex stamping. There you go. The Rolex stamping on both sides. Let's see if he's got it on the other side as well. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, you got some stamping on the inside as well. Let's close it up and see how it feels. Oh boy. Wow. The clasp does not line up with the point at where it locks. Look at that. Look. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the yeah, that is completely off. I'm hoping you guys can see that the actual hole doesn't line up with the point it's supposed to anchor into. So, oh, holy crap, that was hard. Yeah, that wasn't good. Very, very strange, but you do have micro adjustments right there. Yeah, all in all, I wouldn't be surprised if people do get fooled by this. For, you know, $200 is still like, that's still a lot of money, you know, to be spending on something that's like completely crap. My opinion of these fake Rolexes is why there's just no point, man. Like, I would find that you get more respect as a watch guy wearing a, say, $200 Seiko, Hamilton, whatever you want to buy it. If you actually buy an authentic watch, even if it's not the most expensive thing in the world, it is still a real authentic watch. It carries a history of the brand that made it, versus this, you're just a pretender. You obviously want something that you can't afford, and you're just trying. You're trying way too hard, and you're a phony, like you're a fake. So I don't really have respect for watch enthusiasts who buy fake watches like this. There's a difference between an homage and just a complete fake. The lines are kind of gray at times. You find a lot of brands when they make these homages, they're a lot of times really just ripping off the design and calling it an homage. A true homage pays respect here to an original design. Say, you know, an old Tudor Submariner Snowflake, let's say, for example. The Tudor Black Bay would have taken homage from that. So it takes certain design cues, but it doesn't just rip off the design, you know what I mean? So if you have a fake Rolex and you're calling it an homage, it's not an homage. It's just a fake Rolex, okay? So this is what this is. It's a fake Rolex. I got it for, you can pick them up for $200. They're very bad quality watches, but you probably could fool the untrained eye. I'm not gonna lie. It is, as far as replicas go, the replicas have been getting way better in recent years, and I can't say that I'm not impressed as far as replica goes, but as far as an actual watch, very unimpressive. Stay away from this. Spend your money on something that is real. Don't spend your money on phony garbage. If you guys have also happened to buy watches off of Wish, please let me know down below, because I'm curious to see what people actually go onto Wish to buy as far as watches go. I didn't specifically go to Wish to find a watch for myself. It was more kind of, I thought it would be a funny thing to do, but people do that, and I'm just wondering why, because nothing you buy on Wish is going to be real, let alone a Rolex. So if you guys have bought anything off Wish in terms of watches, just please let me know down below. I'd be very curious to see how your experience turned out. So far for this one, it's a solid 0 out of 10. But that was the video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Like and subscribe, join the movement, and until next time, stay safe.